Good morning, everyone. My name is Nathen Aswell, and I'm coming to you live from Vancouver, BC, Canada. Happy Mother's Day to all. And I have chosen all of my songs today are very much about love, and who loves better than mothers? I'd like to start off this morning with one of my compositions. This is called A Joyful Heart. Joyful heart is a heart burning with love, a heart burning with love, a heart burning with love. May my heart be a heart burning with love, burning, burning with love. When I heed my soul, I feel a river moving within, a river moving within, a river moving within. May I heed my soul and feel a river moving within, moving, moving within. Joy, joy, joy is the highest expression of love, the highest expression of love, the highest expression of love. May I be joy, the highest expression of love, the highest expression of love. A joyful heart is a heart burning with love, a heart burning with love, a heart burning with love. May my heart be a heart burning with love, burning, burning with love, burning, burning with love, burning, burning with love.
Thank you, Nathen. We'll just put our hands up in the air. There was such a beautiful, beautiful opening for us all to come into this space gently this morning. If anybody has anything they brought into this space with them, or any anxiety from the day already, or anything else, let us just let it go. Let's leave it. Let's let it transmute into this glorious light. Let it shine down upon us. Let it sparkle into our awareness right now. So we're here to say welcome. Welcome, everyone, today, to this day, to this Sunday, to this gorgeous gathering of humans as we express the fullness of who we are as the divine self, as we come into communion with the divine self and our human self and play full out in our lives. Blessing today, especially mothering, mothers, nurturing, care, and love. So we find ourselves in the house of that today, and just let yourself be permeated by this energy. Thank you so much for being here.
And if you will, can you hear me? Yep. And if you will repeat after me, I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and complete health.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and complete health.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and abundance.
My heart to the universe, accepting love and abundance.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and the feminine divine.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and the feminine divine.
And so it is.
And so it is. So it is.
So let's take this moment. Take a nice deep breath. Breathing in that love, that joy, that peace that is the divine. Resting back in your seats, knowing that we are completely taken care of by Spirit. That one mind that guides us, loves us, supports us, inspires us. Knowing that this day is the activity of God. That we let go and bask in that infinite presence of love. Knowing that that infinite presence guides this entire service. That we can let go and just enjoy and feel the presence and feel the love and let this service wash over us. Knowing that we are the beloved of the beloved. That we are individualized expressions of Spirit. Knowing our own magnificence. Knowing our own oneness with all that is. Knowing that this service is the flow of the divine. That Nathen opens up to the divine and allows the divine to play the instruments and sing through him. Knowing that Reverend Paul and Reverend Katherine step aside and allow the divine to speak through them. Knowing that the congregation is open to all of the magnificence, all of the joy, all of the peace that flows and washes over them. Knowing that this life is to be lived full out, divinely inspired life. Knowing that we are here in joy and love. And in this joy and love, we let it wash over us and we say together, and so it is.
Here's another song of mine. This one's called Vessel of Love. May I be a vessel of love, only love in all I think, say, and do. A vessel of love. May I be a vessel of love, only love in all I think, say, and do. A vessel of love. May these eyes see, may these ears hear, may this heart feel only love. May I be a vessel of love, only love in all I think, say, and do. A vessel of love. May I be a vessel of love, only love in all I think, say, and do. A vessel of love. May this voice speak, may these hands heal, may this mind yield to only love. May I be a vessel of love, only love in all I think, say, and do. A vessel of love. May I be a vessel of love, only love in all I
Oh. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Isn't it great when something goes wrong, you can immediately go, oh, that's so much better. It's just like immediate satisfaction and gratitude, like, get it. Especially when it's noise and it's like, good morning again, everyone. I love every time I open my eyes, the room gets fuller. I see more friends. I see more of our community. And for whatever reason, I feel extremely touched to see each of your faces today and seeing some friends that have been away and some friends that are coming back to play and some friends that have just been a little time away and some friends who are new today. Welcome. I picked this reading up off the internet. I like sometimes to find readings in strange places that I wouldn't normally expect to find them in holy books, because as we know, everything is holy. So this is called The Spell for Reclaiming the Moment by Adrienne Marie Brown. A little bit loud. Let's just close our eyes and feel into this. Even now we could be happy. Even now, breathing in, filling our bodies with right now, from the dirt below us, from our toes to our knees, hips to our spines, shoulders to earlobes, the tip top of our heads to beyond the stars. Breathing wide across our wingspan into that sacred and constant silk web where we belong. Even now, we can be present. Even now, we can anticipate harvest, be shocked by the thunderclap, the storm, laugh at the abundance of our grief and our earnest attempt to avoid the inevitable. Even now. We are a delight. We could be another's blessing with our brief and epic lives, where every day we are given the option of love. Even now. And so it is. Could we invite you all to stand for the affirmation? You don't have to. And let's do it as a call and response. So you get to feel it on the way in, and then you get to express it on the way out. Okay? Ready?
Yep.
I live in love in the heart of the mother. I live in love in the heart of the mother. I step into grace in the feminine divine. I step into grace in the feminine divine. I stand with power in the soul of the mystical presence. I stand with power in the soul of the mystical presence.
I
Feel with passion the vision of the Holy Blessed One. I feel with passion the vision of the Holy Blessed One. And so it is.
And so it is. Here's another song of mine. This one's called To Love. is the grace to love. With these hands and with this heart, I can start to love, to love, to love. To love. I've been bruised and I've been burned, still I yearn to love. So I'll forgive and I'll forget, pay my debt to love, to love, to love, to love. Because love is all there is, ever was and will be. I may win and I may lose, still I'll choose to love. I may stand and I may fall, still I will give all to love, to love, to love, to love, to love.
Sometimes it's hard to see the miracle when things are wobbly in our field. Nathen is singing to us from Canada this morning, and that's pretty much a miracle. And what I loved that was happening here was as things were going in and out, which truly is out of our control, we all just kind of kept going with it. And then you'd hear a little disappointment. Oh, but then it would come back. Oh, come back. So strangely, of course, because the universe is always doing this, leads right into what we're talking about this morning. So one of the greatest moments of joy, okay, it's Mother's Day, so I hope you'll forgive me if some tears flow as I talk to you. So in one of the most generous moments of joy in the birth of my son, there was also one of those moments. And I had an angelic visitation, I would call it. So an angelic visitation. So immediately when I heard myself say those words, what I heard was the skies open up and there's just this moment of light and glory and beauty. But what I mean is completely different from that. Right after my son was born, as he was put onto my body, the doctor turned this direction. My former husband turned this direction. And I looked up and the door opened and a man in scrubs walked into the room and he walked right between my legs, which were still up in the air, interesting thing, and put his hands onto my son's back, ran his finger up his foot, up his spine. The baby went like this. My son went like that. I am looking at him like this. He looks me right in the eye and he says, he wasn't breathing when the door opened. His feet were purple. I just had to make sure he was okay. And I was totally zoned in on him. We had this moment together and he turned around and walked out in beautiful green scrubs. I can tell you what he looks like to this day. Everyone else in the room missed it. My mom was sitting right next to me. One of my best friends standing right here. No one saw it, but it happened. And my son took that big breath. From that point on, for me, there was always a sense of like there was a possibility that something could happen. And also the possibility that something greater could happen. And so I did spend, and I should say also that my sister was very ill at the time. So there was a lot of energy around health and wholeness and all of that going on in my life. And working with the joy and the beauty of motherhood and also the fear and the grief of these other pieces that came in was really a journey that I was on a lot in the first couple of years of motherhood. My sister passed within the first year and a half of my son's life. And I went into a very deep grieving process. And again, had to find my way into parenting, into mothering, into expressing love while experiencing grief. And so many of us have this opportunity. So many of us have beautiful, beautiful moments of loving in our lives that also contain within them history, vestiges, aromas, fragrances of grief from other parts of our lives. Even from this moment now, how can I hold you and love you and feel this grief at the same time? Many of us who've lost our mothers, many of us who've lost children, many of us who have any kind of situation in our lives where something we love is in danger of moving away from us, feel the grief even before it goes. And yet, how do we love with that? I read you a poem that I found, The Spell. I loved that idea, the spell, to get present in the moment from the internet, but also what was there this week was rejection of motherhood, rejection of nurturing, anger at Mother's Day, anger at the world, anger at the loss, anger at the grieving, railing against the stupid holidays that are made up by Hallmark, angry that this isn't a real holiday, that celebrating mothers isn't a real thing. It's something that's been put on us or forced on us, as if that's the truth. So again, listening to the words of joy and people starting to share and owning the whole weekend for Mother's Day, maybe Mother's Year next time, right? It's like there's so much possibility in here, and sometimes we'll just reject it just because something feels hard or sad. Something that's connected doesn't always feel exactly like the pure joy that we're demanding to have right now. Because if we're demanding pure joy right now, we might have to miss something. We might have to miss the depth and the beauty of love, no matter how it courses through our lives. Most recently, many of you know that my grandson was born, and he was challenged, and he still is, and he continues to be in the NICU. He's now in a bigger hospital, in a NICU where they're running 1 million tests, and there's still no answers. So I've thought about coming to Mother's Day with platitudes, with something else, so I didn't have to feel this. But the French have a great term that I love that plays with these energies that seem opposite, that come together and create beauty, that come together and create power and strength and lift us through our small imaginings of what love is into the grand field of what we as humans are actually capable of living with. The truth of the field of love that is so deep and grand and granular and chaotic, but not ultimately. Ultimately, what we are here for is the full experience of love. And if we are going to rip our hearts open for the full experience of love, we are going to feel grief. We are going to be incredibly sad. We are bonded because we love because we're bonded. And grief is a part of this journey. Let us not shy away from that just because it brings tears. Back to the French. The term is jolie laide, which means beautiful ugly. Beautiful ugly. Now, in French, they often use it towards people. And there'll be actresses. And actually in French, it's a great compliment because you're not just simply beautiful. You're simply beautiful and ugly all at the same time. Well, who here is not that? Totally beautiful and ugly all the time, right? Even if my look looks beautiful, I can be totally ugly sometimes, right? I know, and I suspect you know, that the depth and the beauty of life doesn't come from traveling across the surface where things are shiny and bright and clean. It comes from taking in the entire thing and feeling how much more love is this requiring of me? How much more depth and strength and courage is this requiring of me? I thought that moment with my son might be an isolated moment, and I was saved from it. I walked out in the hospital. I looked everywhere for this man. I asked at every desk, at every nurse's station. He does not exist. It did not happen. It did. There is no way that you don't feel the hand on your baby's body and see someone look at your eye in your eyes and tell you everything is going to be okay now. And think that was just not a thing. It happened, and no one can ever say it didn't. And yet, angelic experiences like this are hard to bring on unless we're all the way in the experience. All the way in means all the way open to love, to the universe, to every moment that has to twist and turn us into the pretzeling experience of being alive to deliver us, just the way it delivers infants in that very tight chamber that they have to find their way through, that each and every one of you, I might remind you, found your way through on your way to this life. That many millions, and maybe we wouldn't have a population problem if this wasn't true, but babies are finding their way here. And we're finding our way to accept that to love means to grieve passionately, and also to love deeper and to have a greater understanding of what it means to love. Love is not a field of only joy experiences. Love is you living with anything you've been asked to live with. Viktor Frankl found love in a concentration camp. Where do you find love where at first when you looked at it, you thought it might be impossible? And then you realized this vessel was so huge that you weren't yet ready. And so you had to stand in your power and get ready to open to more love, or shrivel into the tiniest part of yourself that is no longer fully alive. Mothering, nurturing, caring for fragile things. It's not women or men. It's the feminine principle. It's the creation. It is something that lives in you that you deeply, wholly commit and connect to. And you love no matter what it's doing. No matter what it's doing. Many people learn this from children, because they learn it when their children don't do what they want them to do. They go in completely opposite directions, or they lie down, give up. It breaks us, but it doesn't break us open where the light shines in. It breaks us open. And without the joy of love, the grief of love would be too much. And so in our mothering, and I know every man in this world has the capacity to have this experience, whether or not yet, and probably most yet, to come into creation with something, to love it so much that you will not let it go, even when it fails you, and to come home inside yourself. Let go of what? Let go. As your heart feels tight and small, we let go. The heart chakra is a lotus flower that is tight and small when we are unforgiving or lost. And as each petal releases that which it is holding, it opens to the grandeur of love. Feel the depth of your loving experience after you have lived through something with grief. Feel who you can be now. Feel the presence of the wholeness that you are. that you be when you can live with the grief of things that you don't want happening all around you. Look into the eyes of every being on this planet. Get bigger and see with grief and with love the beauty of that as the joy can cascade down through the universe into the wholeness that you are and just blast you suddenly. All of the sudden, something feels joy. Don't miss that moment. Don't miss the expansion of joy. Allow the feminine principle, the creator, the creation, the fullness of who you are to birth things of love on this planet, and then allow the letting go when that is required. Some people go through their whole lives with very, very little letting go. And some people let go and let go and let go and let go. And we bless both experiences, knowing that they are both powerful, strong, beautiful, and the way it is supposed to be. My meditation teachers, Lauren Roche and Camille Maureen, talk about this thing they call syzygy, which in my mind is very simply synergy without the N. And the syzygy of life, there are things that look opposite that actually create the power. In the moment where they come together, if you see an infinity sign of grief and joy, in the center of it is love. Jolie laide is your life. It is beautiful and it is ugly. It is everything. I invite you and me to grasp these moments as they continue, as they unfold, as they touch you fully in your heart. Let yourself love as deeply as you can, and let yourself let go of what you wanted it to be, what you thought it would be, and let yourself feel the full effect of that grief so that you don't get stuck and lost in anger and resentment and fake holiday ideas. Come home to love. Grow your capacity. Releasing is the spiritual joy of life. And so that we may be filled and filled and filled with that which we truly are. It is already there. It is a moment of choice. I feel all of it, and I live fully, and joy explodes through all of it. I bless you all in these moments of your life. I bless each of you in the mothering and the nurturing of your lives, of those in your lives, and especially of yourself. The grief you have of yourself, with yourself, places you choose not to love. Let it go. So you may feel the deeper experience of your full love of yourself and how that, from its overflow, gives we take this moment together to lift ourselves in this moment, to include everyone who occurred to us during the process of this conversation, to open, to allow just a little more space. And if not that, just even an idea, a consideration of maybe someday I'll be able to let this in. It's okay. We come here in full presence. We make these choices for ourselves as we can. We bless the dignity of each human being and their process and how they get where they're going. and we invite ourselves into the wholeness of love. For every person who is associated with this congregation, every being, every life, every love, knowing that way beyond that is a whole other world of people, of love, of joys and sorrows. The words of a song from Debbie Nagy Brown enter into this prayer. O grief, O joy, found in the very rhythm of my beating heart. O grief, O joy, please come together so I don't fall apart. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Release all doubt. You are held. You are held. You are held. Grounded. In love. And so it is.
May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, a prayer to you. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you. In every all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, a prayer to you. Be all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, my love. In every touch, may I feel you. In every heart, may I feel you. In all that is, may this be true. May we be one. May I be you. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, a prayer to you. May all that I think and all that I do be a prayer to you, a prayer to you, my love. Be a prayer to you, my love. Be a prayer to you, my love. A prayer to you.
Thank you, Nathan, for this music that is so sweetly supporting us today. It's really quite remarkable, the tone and the feeling and the energy of this. And yes. So as we come into our offering today, I remembered that this is actually the place for the second part of the message, which is that the way through back into joy is in the support we get from one another, and the support we get from our communities, and the support we get from our loves, and the support we get everywhere. There is no mother on earth who made what she made without some support from another. There's none of us that get through this life without deep support from each other. Not just one person, but whole, full communities, families. Everything comes together to allow us this great journey to be the strength that we can be. We don't do this alone at all. And so the invitation that goes out at these moments where something we feel breaks is to find someone who can hold for us, hold with us, and be in community with us until we can remember to breathe again and be held again. Now, we also know that the divine, the spiritual life is that place in which we are always supported, is always present to us. And yet here on earth, isn't it great to just get a hug when you're having a bad day? Yeah, isn't it great? So thank yourself for coming here today. for joining in this community, for being part of it. Everyone did a lot to get here. A lot. Some of you came a really long distance. Some of you came a really short distance, but inside you, it might have been a really long distance to be here today. Welcome yourself to your choice to have community in your life, to own and honor the blessing of community, and that we are, as the Center for Conscious Living. We are community. We love and care for each other. We reach out. We are heading into some beautiful times where we're acknowledging some of our community members who have passed, along with other groups in this area. We are acknowledging that life goes on, grief happens, love happens, but it is so much more satisfying when we have other humans and their open hearts to remind us. So here we are at our offering time today. And this is the time where we take a moment to thank everyone who's been in service today in this service. Now, we know all of you are, with your consciousness and with your prayers and with your love. But if you came here today early and you did your thing early to set this space for your community to come in and spread its arms out and sit down and rest. Practitioners do this for you. Ministers do this for you. Our beautiful people who bring our food, no other word is coming. Refreshments, there we go. Who set our beautiful altar, who have worked on this music and light show that we call CCL now. Nathen, whose years of preparation brings him here today. All of us, what did it take to get you here? And if you were here in service to your community, in loving and open gestures towards this space we set for the service today, would you just stand and let us just love on you? And if you're on Zoom, loving on you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if you're usually here and this isn't your Sunday, or if you're not standing up and we know you've been up to some of this, it's okay. We love you and we appreciate you. So thank you. Thank you very much. And so it is time for us to turn within, to ask ourselves, where is my overflow? How abundant am I? How grateful am I in my abundance? How pure is my giving? And how much feels like, what a bath of warm deliciousness that I bathe in as I give and receive from my community. And so in this moment, we are speaking of our financial tithes and offerings, filling ourselves up with the awareness of the abundance of our lives and giving into our community with great love, knowing that this is how life is sustained, flows beautifully and energetically into the present moment now. And so I invite John to join me as we say the blessing. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God, for this abundance
that is mine to share. I bless this gift and give it to thee in gratitude and joy, knowing that as I give, I do receive.
And now also congregation, as we do this, thank you, John. As we do this, and thank you, Jane. Everyone sing this song out loud to yourself. Nathan's going to sing it to keep us on key, maybe a little bit. But no, this is your time to really own these words. I am so blessed. Let's go.
so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you, John. I wanted you to stay. They all saw it because I pouted. Thank you. And so we bless this gift. And we know in the generous overflow of the universe that this gift is the perfect gift today, that this is the perfect blessed moment. And this is the perfect joyful expression of this congregation today, in this place, in this community, at this time now. And we accept as a community these gifts. We receive them joyfully, and we allow them to be used for that which is always for the highest good. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you.
And this is such a beautiful prayer that we have. I love this. Especially love this point in the service. If we have anybody here for the first time, if you would venture to stand and let us offer you a prayer. Anyone? Anyone? So I want Margot and Henry to stand up since they haven't been here for a while. And if anybody has a birthday or an anniversary of anything, yes. And all the mothers, stand. And we're going to raise our hands and we're going to bless each
And
other.
all the nurturers now
And
can
all
stand.
the nurturers.
Blessing the roses, blessing our friends, nurturing our friends. Mothers
Yes.
are mothers because they have friends.
Yes. So if you will repeat after me. Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living.
Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living.
We are a heart-centered spiritual community.
We are a heart-centered spiritual community.
We open ourselves to you in love.
We open ourselves to you in love.
We recognize the perfection of God within you.
We recognize the perfection of God within you.
We celebrate the joyous being that you are.
We celebrate the joyous being that you are.
You are a radiant point of light.
You are a radiant point of light.
And we are blessed by your presence.
And we are blessed by your presence.
Welcome home.
Welcome home. I know y'all are ready to get back to those refreshments, so we'll get through this quickly. I want to make sure that everyone knows that our annual meeting is on the 4th of June. It actually is on Zoom this year. We're doing that. It's partly an experiment and partly fortuitous timing with the universe who decided this for us. We are not going to be in the community house on June 4th, and we are having the meeting that day. So please come on Zoom to our annual meeting. There's lots of stuff to talk about or to listen and to maybe even vote on. So you may want to be there to have your voice heard, because we would love to hear your voice. We are participating in a community-wide celebration for Reverend Al Bennett, who is a member of our congregation and also very near and dear to the hearts of many congregations, Joyful Gathering and the Unity congregation just down the road. So this thing will be happening at Unity. All of this information is in your newsletter. All the ways to get there and how to do it and everything else is all there. So please check your newsletter. And also, so that's on the 21st. Also, we have all this information in the back too. So if there's any question, we will catch you. So here's the thing. We need not just CCL, this whole organization that is actually being cared for by some very dear hearts of CCL, which is Holly Myers and Jane Hobson and Christina Layer, are basically holding this for all of us. So what they need is even more playful participation and focused generosity of love. And so they are looking for, also this is in your newsletter, they are looking for many, many things, and they will meet you at the back table and discuss what those things are. We're looking for food, we're looking for flowers. If you'd like to make a donation just for the service, you can do that and make a note of that so we're clear what that is. If you'd like, whatever it is, however you'd like to participate, there are times that you can go next week, next Saturday, and help with the setup and the beautifying of the space. You can come before, you can stay late. This is a very big experience. Lots of people are joining together to create a service and then a food time of some sort, refreshments, and then a drumming circle also. So it's going to be a nice full afternoon. It's going to begin at 1:30. We really need the support of CCL and the other two communities who are involved. And please give generously of whatever it is that you feel like giving, your time, your talent, your tithe, whichever. We really would love and appreciate that. I think Holly and Jane, who's in the back, if you could just raise your hands, they know for sure what they need. And so there is a sign up in the back table, and please just come and join us. It's a joyful celebration of Reverend Al and bringing our whole community together in love. Including, yes, thank you. And so here's the whole thing, is that this is being held in the sort of framework of this community. So CCL and Joyful Gathering and the Unity are holding this in the space, and Reverend Carol is coming into the space to do this beautiful service. So she will be doing the service for Reverend Al, and she really wanted everyone to know that she is really looking forward to seeing, reconnecting, and loving each and every one of you. So if you are at all inclined, that is another beautiful thing that's going to happen on this day. Thank you so much, Holly. It's in my notes, but I missed it. Thank you. Prayer ministry, please join us Tuesdays through Fridays. Every once in a while we get a new person and we're all like, yay! So come. Spirit chooses who comes on what days, and it can be very, very, very powerful. And we invite you to come and join us for that. Again, guess where the details about that are? In the newsletter. Isn't that great? So we have something fun to tell you, which would just take another moment to do, which is Mary Reed is going to come and join us. Yay! I just got a chance to talk to her for the first time a couple days ago, and she's coming on the 20th of June, which is a Saturday. We'll be meeting at Ann Blanchard's house. It's going to be a couple hours of her sharing, and then also of questions and answers and all that. And she's very excited to share her new stuff with everyone here. She's so in love with you, and she wants to see who I am to make sure you're in good hands. So she is very much looking forward to that. As I said, it'll be at Ann Blanchard's house. You'll hear more about it. It's $25. Love offering, and I think that's all we know for the moment. The rest of this is quickly, there is a men's group. Oh, sorry, there is a church service next Sunday, and there's a men's group Next Sunday, the 21st, will be Zoom only. So we'll be in service on Zoom in the morning, and then we'll be going, if you're going to Reverend Al's memorial service celebration, you'll be going physically to that in the afternoon. That will not be Zoomed. So we invite you very strongly to come and join us in church in the morning on Zoom and have a few extra minutes for your day, and then fly off to go help out, do whatever you want to do, and join us at the service. That is a big thing. So if you come here next week, there'll be a wedding happening, and you can either join right in, that's up to you, or you might go to breakfast with your friends, or you might go home and jump on Zoom. So we apologize in advance if anyone doesn't hear this, but we've been trying to put it out. There will be no service in this place next Sunday, but we will, most of us, or many of us, will be together in the afternoon at Reverend Al's service. Okay, I think we've hit the main points today. Thank you so much for hanging in there. I know we're all getting a little bit hungry, but let's finish this service in the way we usually love to finish it. Look how big we are. Let's see if we can make it around all the chairs. Oh, hi, Debbie. Come on, let's go. I see all that hugging going on.
Yeah. Whole lot of hugging going on.
Whole lot of hugging going on. No, they don't need to, Regina. Look, we got all these people crammed in the front.
Spread out. Yes, fix those arms. Didn't realize you're gonna get some exercise.
Look at us. CCL, think outside the chairs. I love that. Thank you. Ah. All right. I think we're ready for Nathen.
Shall we sing?
Yes.
All right. I want to take 15 seconds to just answer. One of the members of your congregation, Lauren, is wondering what the heck this instrument is. It's called a Chapman stick. And if you want to learn more about it, just visit stick.com. Let's sing. Many pray along the way. They don't stop to wonder what the world is coming to. They let something higher reveal the way to a greater love. Oh yeah, so the truth is telling me, sing of liberation for the ones who are not free. Love can take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah, so we let it wash over us, we let it make us kinder, we let it make us better, we let it be. We let it early in the morning, we let it hold us together, we let it now and forever, we let it be, we let it. Still some cry along the way, walking through the sadness for a world that needs to know love can take us higher, reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah, so the truth keeps telling me love's the only answer, and to all humanity we can stay inspired, reveal the way to greater love. Oh yeah, everybody, we let the love wash over us. We let
We take this moment to turn within, blessing this beautiful service, the outflowing of this loving energy, the blessing of Nathen singing with us, through us, to us, and through himself in this great journey we call life. Thank you, everyone who is here, blessing all that has gone on here, all that carries us forward, all that takes us within, knowing that we are released into the light, knowing that all is well. And so it is.
Ready?
We are ready.
Favorite. If you will repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to you right now.
It is this thing.
Whoa. Life.
Called life. It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in all my activities.
Life is in all my activities.
I receive it.
I receive it.
I share it.
I share it.
I am it.
I am it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
And accepting all these wonderful gifts, we say,
Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mm. Thank you. Thanks for being here. So nice to see you. I think I still have my microphone on.
Be well, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Bye. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Thank you for the great music from Canada. I love the Chapman stick. That's beautiful. I knew what it was. That was really awesome. Beautiful message, Katherine. Really beautiful message today. So powerful. Can't hear anything for some reason.
Thank you for being here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Nathen, thank you so very much for your participation in this service. This was a brand new thing for us.
Hi, Ladurika.
Amazing.
Great,
Good morning.
Great pleasure.
But we have to jump off because there's too much interference in the room right now. So, mwah. Bless you all. Happy Mother's
Thank
Day,
you,
and
bless
thanks
you.
again. Thank
Really
you, Brad. Thank you, everyone else. I see you, Bobby.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi,
Happy
Bobby.
Mother's Day.
We'll see you in person sometime soon, I hope. I love you both.
Absolutely.
I hope
All
so.
whoever's there.
Yes. Next
Thank
week
you.
for sure.
Thank
see
you,
you soon.
Katherine. That
Thank
was a
you.
really powerful message today, especially powerful. The
Yes.
grief and the joy is Linda Rica.
Yes.
It's a thing, right?
Yeah, be present, be now. Even now, it's an amazing poem.
I'd like to know
Very
that.
much. And I can't stay on this because I can't really hear you guys anymore. So I have
Oh.
to go. So we'll see.